Nice. We have 7 minutes of recording. That's probably going to get cut. That makes me so happy. Let's move the camera over here so you can see all my cool... That's one of my cool novelty items that I got from Geek Crate. Okay, what the fuck's the problem with this now? You're tearing me apart, Lisa. There we go. It's Super Mario Odyssey. Alright, now that I press start... Oh, the game's just gonna work now. I don't have to wait 12 hours for it to start. Man, if you were a Nintendo fan at the end of this generation for the Nintendo Switch 1, it must have been painful. I got this sick controller that works on my PC, my Switch, and my Android tablet. Gotta love that Android tablet. Okay, maybe it did need to load more. Jesus. That's a good fun game. I like that in my game. There's a ton of loading. Okay. There we go. That's an insane amount of loading. Said I wasn't going to bitch about Nintendo. When I'm finally playing the game, I'm sure I'll have a good time. Trying to give Nintendo a chance here because I sound like a grumpy Xbox, PlayStation, well, the stereotypical ones. The PlayStation and Xbox fanboys don't really exist unless you're like a high schooler. Everyone else is just like, yeah. Because even kids are like, oh, I don't have an Xbox, but I have a PlayStation, and, oh, I have Halo. Do you want to play Halo? Yeah, I do, because we can. Isn't that grand? A little bit. Yeah, I'm sure it was going to get edited out, but tonight is Frozen Pizza Friday, and that is when I play a retro video game and I watch a movie on the big old CRT right there, and just chill. Except I'm not going to get frozen pizza tonight. We're going to get the good shit. We're getting real pizza. Alright, the game wants you to look right up Mario's taint. Someone's got a... Oh, wait, there's a naked mod for this, isn't there? And you just shake the controller because it's faster. I don't mind the motion controls in this. I just don't think they should be a necessity for certain controls. I could see why this game took so long to load. And why Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 doesn't work very well on Dolphin. On lower end devices. You gotta do some configuring on that end. Because Mario games get the best treatment. This game looks like a PS5 game. At least on my monitor. I have a really nice monitor too. Probably just looks fine on my capture card. Maybe not a PS5 game, but it looked... Well, it doesn't really matter how... When you're getting a PS5 and the Xbox Series X and stuff, which I did get because I like them, you're just getting extra effects like ray tracing and definitely a more solid frame rate and load times. But they're just new devices, and that's all you get. And that's all you're getting with the Nintendo Switch 2 now is it's just a $500 tablet with most of its functionality ripped out. I don't even know if it has YouTube yet, which is just disgraceful. It's a video gaming device, but like you gotta have certain features and functions in there so it can keep up with like even a Fitbit watch. My Fitbit can control my Spotify. It can. It has GPS on it. It has a few things. I'm not saying a Nintendo Switch needs that, but it does need certain things like YouTube's a must. You should be allowed to record all the videos you want on it. You should be able to upload and stream to Twitch. Those are features that need to be on game consoles, and I'm not being a jerk by saying that stuff. It needs to happen if Nintendo wants to be with the big dogs now. But like they have less functionality than a Android tablet, and it's not a good thing when something that costs $60 at the cheapest for a level entry one that can play stuff like probably up to a Dreamcast game. But that's a nice, like, that's a lot of video games, especially because you definitely have PS1 support there. PS1 had like over 8,000 games worldwide, which is fucking nuts. And that included stuff like arcade games, not arcade perfect ports, especially not the newer ones. Sega Saturn had better 2D arcade ports, and just 2D games in general. But the PlayStation had plenty of 2D games, and just a plethora of arcade ports. So it was kind of like the ultimate game console to play on. Until Auto Bleem came out for PC, and then pretty much changed everything for emulation because of how many games were available on the PS1. PS1 had a CD player, had all the game support, and then all the arcade ports you'd ever want, which you're like, oh, why would you want that? It's like, well, back then, you'd play an arcade machine or something at, like, Pizza Hut while you're waiting for your food, at least if you lived in the city. In the early 2000s, I know, like, countries, like the countryside rural areas just did not have that. But, you know, Nintendo Switch 1, when it came out, revolutionary. Absolutely, just... Oh, it makes complete sense. It's your game console, but you can take it with you. And it's games like Mario, you have Zelda, it's all the mainline stuff. You can play Doom on it. I loved Doom on the Switch with the multiplayer, by the way. That was my favorite experience. But that's because I also love Halo. I love Halo, I love Mario. Kind of two weird things to be in love with, but my neighbor who lives right behind me had an Xbox, and I was always player 2 for Halo. And I remember he's like, oh, you want to hang out on my birthday? And I was like, yeah, sure. And we were going to, like, do stuff. His parents just come home with an Xbox One with Halo 2. He's like, well, I know what we're doing. And then we just played Halo 2 for, like, 8 hours straight. And it was a school night. His parents did not care, and my parents were like, well, he doesn't have a game console, so it just kind of felt cool. Played Halo 2 all the way through. Not that night, but got pretty far in. And eventually did finish. But that's video games are cool like that. It's why the idea of the console wars is a very dumb idea to me, especially today. If you're like rooting for a company these days, you're a fucking idiot. I like Nintendo games. I love Nintendo games. This game is awesome, and it brought me happiness in a bad time. Breath of the Wild, one of my favorite video games of all time, was there for me in like the worst hour of my life. Just like total escapism. I don't care for Nintendo as a company. They make money. That's good. That's their prerogative, and that's their only prerogative. Even if it comes at my expense or children's expenses. So, Nintendo for me is just, as a company, they're as bad as EA, they're as bad as PlayStation, they're as bad as Microsoft. Xbox has a kind of a break right now because that new CEO is, you know, doing whatever. The new CEO of Nintendo looks very corporate. I'm not really digging her. The one for Xbox though, she seems like she wants to do really well. Of course she wants to do really well. She wants to be remembered as the person who had the best era of Xbox. Why wouldn't you want that? I'm actually excited to see what she does. I'm excited to see what the new Nintendo of America president does, but It kind of just seems like right now they're interested in resting on their most popular game franchises and their most popular games. Like, it's like, okay, you know, a new Zelda game would be cool, but, you know, I'm getting an Ocarina of Time remake. And it's like, for me, it's only disappointing because I want to see if it was like another year or two into Nintendo Switch's life, I'd be like, okay. But right now we're getting a Ocarina of Time remake, and there should have been a new Zelda game. There should have been a new Mario game. Which, yeah, just kind of annoys me. And that direct was not good. We're getting like 95%. It feels like I'm watching Toonami commercials now. Very odd. I don't like Nintendo right now. It's not. They they have no problem putting like weird, I'll say they're hentai games on the front page of their eShop. Um, and they're like but they're super strict about like weird other things. It just does not. It doesn't sit well with me at all. Excuse me. I ate 5 pies the other day, and it's coming up now. All right, get some purple donuts. Yeah. Do not hate Nintendo games. Love Nintendo games. I like Nintendo's gaming consoles. If I could get a Switch 2, I would have a Switch 2. But I can't afford that shit right now. I don't know anyone who can. They need to make a budget version of what they got. And considering they're doing this digital thing and they're charging weird prices for their stuff, I wouldn't doubt if they just came out with a version of the console that didn't have a drive for the cart. It didn't have, it was just a lower resolution like this. But it was still, like, 720p. Or, still had an SSD and, you know, could run Switch 2 games. Which is all I need it to do. If I remember anything from the 3DS days, it's that people thought the 2DS was going to be the dumbest thing on the planet and had no idea why Nintendo was putting out a 3DS with no 3D functionality. Well, here's your product, and your main novelty, you're taking it away. Why would you care? It's like, well, you guys constantly criticize how you don't use the 3D, and then I saw the price of the thing, and it was $130, and it launched the same day as Pokemon X and Y, which made it the most obvious thing in the world to be like, okay, well, there's a lot of Nintendo games I wouldn't mind playing. I just didn't want to get a 3DS for $180. And I definitely want to play the new Pokemon game. And if and there was basically no 3D in that game except for the battles in a couple of areas. So people like me and my other buddy in college were like, well, that's an easy sell for us. I got Mario and Pokemon, and he just got Pokemon, and we just sat there for, God, we sat there for all weekend playing that shit. And then I'm trying to think. The breeding and stuff in that game was so good and just so fun. My buddy caught them all. I caught a lot of them, but I didn't catch them all. It was just a really fun Pokemon game, and for the entry level and me being in college, it was a memorable time. I'm sure plenty of people will be like, that's not even a good one. I thought, But, for me, as a guy who grew up with all of the generations, I just thought it was a really fun game and a good throwback to the first generation. It's a good throwback, but it was also during my college years, so I kind of, it doesn't feel like a throwback to me to those college days. It feels like a throwback to Or it doesn't feel like a throwback to the 90s. It feels like a throwback to the college days. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to recording stuff and playing the game at the same time. No, Mario! Ah! It's Sonic. Sammy, the Supersonic fan. Alright, we're going to take one of these testicles. Actually, we're not. We're gonna kidnap Jurassic Park. This was the trailer. Everyone freaked out because dinosaurs are cool. And they are. I mean, come on. It's like, well, what's the coolest thing Mario can turn into? It's like, well, what about a fucking dinosaur? That's what they said in the meeting. They were like, what about a huge fucking shit cunt goddamn motherfucking dinosaur? Wouldn't that be fucking cool, goddammit? Wouldn't that be the coolest, raddest fucking shit you've ever seen with your fucking penis and vagina? Wouldn't it? Okay, I knew there was a way to do that. Alright, you just knock the testicle toss balls all over the place. Yummers. Eat the purple donuts. Boom! T-Rex has a hard head. Can I swim as a dinosaur? I don't think that was possible. I thought it would disappear. What if it was Jurassic Clark? It was Clark Griswold. Clark Greaseball. Ah! Okay. Yeah, Switch 1 had a great run. That first year especially just kicked some massive taint. And then that second year completely ruined the momentum, and I traded in my Nintendo Switch because I had to move. And on Black Friday I traded it in, and I was able to get a PS4 Pro for $27 at GameStop. So I went for that deal instead. I needed money, and instead of doing that, I just sold a Nintendo Switch and got a PlayStation 4. I am incredibly irresponsible with my money. Well, not really anymore. I don't have any debt. I have credit card debt, which I know counts, but excuse me, it's like not a lot. I don't have college debt or anything like that. And my credit card debt is only is only 4 figures, so, and it's in the lower end. So, yeah. I mean, financially, I just need to start making some money. I have some money, need to start making some money. Excuse me, I have no money. I need to start making some money. I have no debt. That's the part that's nice. I was able to get a 2-year college degree, which has done fuck all for me. You need a college degree so that you can get rejected for not having 7 years of experience. Splendid. She tries to grab you. If you stay up on the titty hill. She gets exhausted real quick. She's got the jigglies. I mean, for a retro game tonight, I could play some Sonic Mania and record that. But then I wouldn't have... Well, yeah, I want to relax for a movie and a game. It's always typically an arcade game because I can watch a movie and play an entire arcade game in one sitting. Arcade games are typically only about 45 minutes. Metal Slug 3 is like an hour long, but like typically 40 minutes for an arcade game to play through the whole thing, and you just try and get better and better at it without dying. Try and do it only 1/4. Excuse me. Mustache fart. Mustache fart. That was Beater Griffin. His flamboyant giant cousin. It's me, Beater Griffin. I sure love kissing dudes. Alright, we're going to the Middle East to solve Israel. Holy fucking shit. Wow, wow, wee, wow. This thing's vibrating a lot. I have to sit on this sometime and play this game. This is one of those games where you really crank up the vibration. You just sit on the controller and you just have a good time on a Wednesday night. You call over, Jim, come on over. We're playing video games. Check out this controller I got. It feels great. Just a fucking awesome controller to sit on, though, for real. No jokes. I would sit on this controller. Yeah, I'm skipping the movie. I mean, not for nothing, not to make it weird. I'd fuck you. Yeah, now you're changing the subject, huh? Okay. No, we don't have time to patch on the back or anything now? We're just... Alright, yeah, that's fine. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I thought the game was crashing, but... there's just a really weird loading screen. Okay. No problem, crappy. See what I did there? Because he's a piece of fucking shit. Existential. Fucking... I read online the other day, so you know this is true, but there's two Dan Harmon shows that I'm just very lukewarm on, and it's Solar Opposites and Rick and Morty. And my problem with it was since like season 3, and then Solar Opposites was like right from the beginning. I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this again, guys. It's just tons of gore with existential dread. And it's so fucking boring and overdone where it's like, you just like sigh and you're just like, okay. And it's like, oh, you're offended? And it's like, No, I'm not offended. I'm bored and you're fucking stupid and lame. No one, like, no one's like, whoa. I don't even think about it like this. This is crazy. It's just like, you're just screaming and drawing, like, 7th grade bullshit. Despite the animation being fucking... Well, animation art style's awesome. The first episode's great, but I definitely understand they could not make an entire series look that awesome. The original color palette was... I don't know, it felt so much more neon green and... Neon, that's the way I would describe it. It felt very futuristic. It felt like they kind of toned it down. Probably come off like a cynical piece of shit. Which is weird, because I like things. And people. I love people. Allahu Akbar! I was the one who got Aloha snack barred. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I probably won't be able to. I want to try and get over... Let's see, over to the top there. I think it was over on that pillar. Pillar light. Ah! Nice. I ain't one of those cool internet dudes that can do all that. Oh, I almost did it, though. Oh, with Christ on my side, I think anything might be possible here. Well, we can just walk 10 feet. Well, we're sinking. It's me, Bill Clinton. Funny impression. Woo! How about that one for you? Yeah. I got that one on camera. The capture will probably fail. Oh, fuck it. I want to grab the pieces. Woo! This looks great. It's Oasis. Like the band. Cool. Yeah, this is why I like this this game so much, just because they give you just a lot to do. Tons of controls, and nothing really goes to waste. Nice, I definitely nailed it. Almost. Like, this is just walking in a circle. Oh, maybe. I'll just walk away with the dignity I never had. Oh, that's fucking funny. Alright. Me Sphinx Knot. Hey, do you like my hair? It's either maracas or a ring. Gotcha. I feel like all the other answers were like race bait. It's the boss. I like this boss. I'm not gonna fight him until we get to the inverted pyramid. The Shrine of the Silver Monkey. Legends of the Hidden Temple. That show fucking rocked. Even though it was completely rigged, it was so fun to watch. It's basically just, hey, here's a bunch of kids at a Chuck E. Cheese we built. Have fun watching. I will do that. Okay. Damn it. I ruined it. You blew it! Ooh, Billy Madison. I could watch that. That's an easy watch. Throwing that on the CRT tonight. That, I can play some... Maybe I'll play some Neo Geo games. I'm playing some arcade shit. I'm clearly in the mood for arcade. Okay, I don't want to be down here anymore. I believe there was a moon over there, but I want to kind of get the shortcuts right now. And then I can do the moons later. Hillary, I'll get the moons later. You need to leave me alone. Hillary, go prepare the baby. We're meeting over with Donald later. You're gonna have to get that baby. For real though, we are just awful, terrible people. No! I got JFK'd. I fell down a hole and then I got shot. Oh no. Whew. Woo! We got greedy. We got it! A tip at the highest tour. I need to do a, whatever it's called, a Wojak. It's either a Wojak face or a Soyjak face for my thumbnail. Just do one of those as sarcastically and as angrily as possible. Shit like that makes me chuckle. It makes me giggles. Scissor me timbers. Sponge boy, me Bob. Time to get greedy for no reason. Oh, I was fine. And this guy just gives you little glasses. Mario games always like teeter on the edge of being like. This is the opposite of whatever a game trying to be art is. Although this, I mean, it is a piece of art too, because there's tons of art and music in this. But it's such a fun thing that when it all comes together, it becomes like I'm playing this. I don't watch it. I don't, do anything else. I'm playing something. This feels like it doesn't feel like anything else. Gamings are games. Video games are games, but they're still art. I might have played this game a little bit. Getting drunk in my 20s and playing this was a great time. World is a different place than when I was like, born. Those first 3 years of sentience were sure nice before 9/11 happened. I think that's the sad thing is I kind of remember the world before everything went to shit. I remember the world before the illusions like been completely broken. There's not even any effort and like it's always been garbage. It's just everyone now is feeling those effects. And once you realize that, you can be like, oh, we're all in the same boat. There's no reason to hate one another. It's kind of a beautiful thing, except we still got a big problem we got to take care of, so. Until then, enjoy your time. Enjoy the weekends you have with your friends. Enjoy. Yeah. I get depressed a lot. It's not fun. Changed my life a lot in the last year, too. Certain friends, it's not even like I don't want to hang out with them. It's just like the things we used to do, like play video games and stuff, have just been, I do other things now during that time, or I have different interests. Or they have kids, Life goes on. Awesome possum. Ah! I almost forgot. This is what I discovered on my first playthrough. Yeah, I definitely remember this. Oof. Could have just committed suicide there, but he committed sewer slide. Yes, I just heard the joke. Do you want to get around censorship? Well, first get a gun. Guess I'm not going to do that. Ugh. Ah! Sorry, that felt good. It feels good to fail in front of an audience. Ah, you bitch! Oh, your helmet is so big. What a great... That's what I mean by this game's art, because you can do stuff like that, and it's like, oh, wow. It should inspire you to make art. That's what Mario does. It's a game completely made out of art. Where the fuck did you go from? Get the fuck out of our secret base. Huh, that was a cool one to do. Why is this not working? Since people on the internet do this all the time. Alright. No one wants to watch. I mean, someone's gonna watch this. And immediately click off of it. My content is not that interesting. I'm just trying to figure out how to make stuff again. Just didn't know how to do so much shit in college. I used to have so much more ambition. No! Now I'm bitching to a camera and losing on Super Mario Odyssey. Okay. Nice. There's a baby route for a diaper wearer like me. I ruined the joke too. That's great. Woo! I knew I could do it. I just had to fuck up 10 times. Woo! That's what the basketball game, the drive-in sounded like. Woo! Woo! Have you made a basket? Y'all remember stuff like roller skating rinks? I don't think those exist anymore because germs ruined everything. Alright. Yeah, Peach, I know you're calling for help. Everyone does, because you do nothing. Can Peach do something else other than get kidnapped and scream? I always imagine a Mario game where, like, you get to a part and you have to play as Princess Peach trying to escape the castle. And she has kind of like a hover thing, like Dixie Kong, or she does in Super Mario Brothers 2. But, you know, a better version of it, like Dixie Kong. Just, yeah. Do something new with Peach. It's old and stupid. Strong women are where it's at. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. If you don't like your women strong and hilarious, then you're a loser. When I say if you don't like your women strong, that includes like just, I don't know, if you're just a housewife, that's so much fucking, if you're a good housewife, that's so much fucking appreciation to be had there. Or if you're a working woman, then there's a ton to be appreciated there too. I don't know, just appreciate the things in your life because at some point they won't be there anymore. Or don't, I don't give a shit. You're watching a Mario Let's Play. Boop, 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 boop. Ah! Hell yeah. This one's my favorite one to do. Oh, wait. Well, I gotta grab that. I knew this game was awesome when I found this secret, like, only a few hours in. Well, I guess it's only been an hour, but I originally found this one. It was a very sick secret to find. Not the hardest one. Immediately rewarded, where I was like, oh. Moon. Ah! Mama! Bam. Where the fuck is that one? I have no clue. Ah! Hitting the Gwitty. Damn it. These Bowser cactuses. Looks exactly like the CDI Bowser. Toast! You know what they say? You know what they say, Mario. All toasters toast. Toast! Where's my shit post? Now you gotta fight DeviantArt, Rabbit. Ah! Squash your skull. Can stop that whole sequence from happening. Do another skull stomp. Alright, and they totally gore her head right here. It's blood leaking out. And a little bit of semen. Don't know why. It's a trauma movie. Trauma Mario. And that turns into slime. The slime goes everywhere, and all the skull people turn into zombies. And some of the zombies have huge tits, because it's a trauma movie. I like trauma movies. I'm just... you gotta make fun of it. Gotta make fun of the things you like. Like, I make fun of myself because I wear a diaper. It's funny. I put on my diaper, I fill it up. You know, hole in the desert. Huh, I didn't know we were gonna go visit your mother. I don't have a mom anymore. How odd. The inverted pyramid is floating. I swear to God, if Bowser did any of this shit, I am gonna... You fucker. Yeah. This looks like a video game. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's Mario. Tons of games look like cartoons and stuff. This... Why does this look like a video game and other games don't? I've seen a lot of like PlayStation schlock lately, and it just does not look... Everything looks like Elden Ring right now, and it's fucking weird to me because it looks like the very specific part of Elden Ring and a very specific part of Breath of the Wild. I don't know why every game needs to look like this, but it's fucking ugly and you need to stop doing it. When Breath of the Wild did that look originally, it was kind of interesting. When Elden Ring did it, it kind of evolved upon it, and now it's just... I'm tired of seeing it. And most people don't even do it right. It just looks like that, but there's no colors and there's no, like... There's no anything. It's fucking boring. Fuck. Okay. You can't be boring. You can't do that, Squidward. God damn it, Squidward. It's me, Stone Cold. You can't do that. Beer. More beer. Hit your wife. Don't say that. Ouchie. Alright, we're a big log of poopy. Favorite part is right here when we jump off and kill all the Coopers. Ah! We're just trying to get right here. Let's try to get over here. You knock off his visor, and you hit the gritty. You hit the gritty, and that's it. It's a big black guy. It's Saturday Night Live with a big black guy. A Jewish person. An Asian guy. Oh wait, this is Mad TV. This shit's way funnier. I gotta go. There's nothing here? Mario is cold and missing also. Mario is pissing. It's a game where you gotta go save Luigi. Mario. It is me, Bowser. Bowser. That's how Bowser sounds, probably. You take ring? Oh! Well, that's what you get for punching diamonds, you fool. Pop you in the face. Pop you in the schnoggin. What's happening? Oh my god, it's fun. The game is fun. Nice! He popped his noggin, he did. Nice. Let's focus there. I was thinking about eating cake. Okay. The hole in the desert. All right. Yeah! All right. I'm going to go from here. I think this is a fork in the road, so I'll choose, and that's where I'll end the episode. Lake Kingdom, Wooded Kingdom. Lake Kingdom, Wooded Kingdom. I'll do Lake Kingdom. That's where we're going to start off on the next episode. See you next time.